Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this morning as we share information regarding the introduction of the Safe Time Bill. That is not only common sense and fundamental, but will have a positive impact on our workforce here in the City of York. Thank you to my fellow colleagues for standing alongside me today, Council President Henry Nixon, Council Vice President Sandy Walker, and Councilman H. Michael Buckingham, as well as Councilwoman Judy Ritter-Dixon, in whom we have her support, although she was unable to join us today. Thank you also to Heather Seaton, Chief Services Officer of the YWCA York, for being willing to partner with us today and sharing the importance of the Safe Time Bill for our employees within City of York government. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States of America. 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men in the United States have been raped in their lifetime, as well as 19.3 million women and 5.1 million men in the United States have been stalked in their lifetime. Statistics such as these undoubtedly speak to the significance of introducing the Safe Time Bill, which will provide City of York employees that are victims and or survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and similar concerns with the option to use Safe Time in the unfortunate event that they may need to take off from work to properly manage personal matters to ensure that not only themselves but their family members are kept safe. Our employees here in the City of York are the true capstones and champions in ensuring that we continue to move swiftly, smoothly, and maintain our vibrancy. Therefore, it is imperative that we provide our employees with a safety net, understanding that their safety and well-being are paramount, while providing a sense of security and ensuring that if a circumstance such as this arises, that although their home life and family life may have shifted, that their employment has not. This unequivocally displays our appreciation and compassion for our employees as they work through an extremely difficult situation in their lives. As you may or may not be aware, domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and similar concerns have a huge economic impact upon employers and victims alike. The National Coalition Against Domestic Violence reports that victims of intimate partner violence lose a total of 8 million days paid work each year, with between 21 to 60% of victims of intimate partner violence losing their jobs due to reasons stemming from abuse. And here in the City of York, we are optimistic that the Safe Time Bill will deter any of our employees from the sheer possibility of being counted in those percentages of individuals losing their jobs due to experiencing any form of intimate partner violence. Personally, as a survivor of domestic violence, I look forward to officially introducing the Safe Time Bill during our council meeting today at 6 p.m. I also stand boldly in pressing it upon other local government entities, as well as businesses and organizations throughout the City of York and the County of York to adopt similar policies and stand by their employees in times of crises such as these. I strongly believe that an individual seeking safety and security for themselves and their families should not have to worry about losing their job versus saving their lives. Thank you. I would now welcome up Ms. Heather Seaton, Chief Services Officer of the YWCA York. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you so much. You know, it's interesting when you hear Ms. Washington say that people have to choose between being safe and losing their job. And I think most of us would say, well, that's a no-brainer, right? Or do people really have to make that choice? I've been working with victims of domestic violence, sexual assault for more than 20 years. And I can tell you absolutely it is a choice that people are faced with all the time. And it is a heartbreaking choice for people to have to make. In a time of crisis, do I go to court? Do I take care of what I need to take care of in order to keep me and my family safe? Or do I keep employment and keep food on the table and keep the rent paid and all of those things? These are heartbreaking choices. When we were approached by Ms. Washington about this legislation, I had a lot of questions, and she answered every one of them patiently and thoroughly. We are always looking at, okay, this sounds great. Are there unintended consequences? Are there things we're not looking at? And the answers that I received were overwhelmingly supportive and absolutely in line with all of the things that we are always looking at. Is the victim able to maintain confidentiality? Does she have to tell everybody? Does he have to face all of his coworkers knowing what's going on? The answer is no. This information is kept confidential. Does the victim have to prove that they were a victim in order to benefit from this safe time? The answer is no. And I can't tell you how important that is. Every victim should have the power to make the best decisions they can for their family. From the outside, it can look like you need to file a protection from abuse order, you need to go to a shelter, you need to call the police. And the fact of the matter is that each victim knows their situation. They are the experts in their lives, and this legislation is allowing them to do that and to be that. They don't have to prove anything to benefit from this, and that is so very important. It really comes to the employee with, we believe you, and we want you to be safe, and we want you to do whatever it is that you need to do to be safe. And that is just, it is such a gift, and we are so excited about this legislation, and we are happy to support this. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Heather. I don't know if any of my fellow council members have any comments to add. All right. Thank you all for joining us today, and we invite you to join us as well as at council meeting today at 6 p.m. So thank you all so very much, and have a wonderful day.